Welcome to our first ever virtual ring ceremony. My name is Kurt Langford with the Texas Tech Alumni Association, and I want to congratulate you personally on receiving your official university rings. You've been patient as we wanted to host you at the official ring ceremonies here at the McKenzie Murcutt Alumni Center, but obviously we had to change our plans. But again, we're very, very grateful for you and your patience as you now have your rings, and we still want to celebrate your special moment. I've been wearing my ring for over 20 years now, and I want you to be just as proud of your rings as you join the thousands of others that wear the university ring with pride. And we are proud of you. You're one of us, and you're part of the alumni family. Thank you for participating in this ring tradition, and we look forward to seeing you in the future.
It all began with the first loud and proud graduates of Texas Tech. Those dreamers and trailblazers had a vision to create an organization that would serve as a connection for alumni to one another and to the school they loved so dearly. A vision to give back by supporting the next generation and help the university continue to grow and strive. That vision for the Texas Tech Alumni Association has never changed. We represent more than 200,000 alumni across the world. No matter what you do or where your life takes you, you're part of the loud and proud alumni of Texas Tech. You're one of us.
At this point, I want to turn the program over to two individuals who represent corporate partners of the Alumni Association who helped make this ring tradition possible. Tyler Young with the Texas Tech Credit Union and Tim Shore with Balfour. Thank you both for your support of the Texas Tech Alumni Association in this ring tradition.
Congratulations, Red Raiders. We at the Texas Tech Credit Union are honored to be able to celebrate with you and recognize the hard work that has led you to this point. It's our hope that as you look back on your time at Texas Tech, that you have fond memories of classes and roommates and just other activities that you've been a part of. And as you look forward to what's ahead beyond Texas Tech, we hope that you'll stay connected to the university and all the different great things happening here in Lubbock and at Texas Tech. I have the honor and privilege of serving on the Alumni Association National Board of Directors, and on behalf of the board, just want to congratulate you as well and encourage you to stay connected to this association through membership, through involvement with local chapters in the city where you live, and also just invite you back to Lubbock to be a part of all the great things happening here at Texas Tech and the university system. We wish you the best. Congratulations again, and guns up.
Hello, Texas Tech ring recipients. My name is Tim Shore, and I'm your Balfour representative. I'm very sorry for the delay in the delivery of your rings. The government had our 2 ring factories shut down for about 2.5 months, and we're still only back to about 50% capacity at this point. But I want you to know that getting your ring to you has been our #1 priority. Please remember that your ring does come with a lifetime warranty, which does include free resizing. So if your ring is ever a little big or a little small, just give us a call at 1-800-BALFOUR and we're happy to help. Now that you have your ring, I hope that you will look at it and it'll help you to remember all the great memories you've had while at Tech. I am a 2001 graduate of Texas Tech and I wear my ring every day. I look down at my ring and think of something different each day. Sometimes I think about a fun party I was at. Sometimes it's a great professor and how they went the extra mile to help me. Sometimes it was a great football game, basketball game, or baseball game. But mostly, I remember the good times and the lifelong relationships that I made while at Tech. Those will be with me for the rest of my life. Our rings mean something different to each of us, and I implore you to find what your ring means to you. I wish you all the best and hope to see you back on campus this fall. Thanks so much, and guns up.
And now a few words from President Lawrence Skuvenick, who's been very supportive of this ring tradition, and I know who is very disappointed that he wasn't able to present these rings to you personally. A few words from the President.
I'm sorry we can't be together to celebrate your receiving your Texas Tech class ring. It's always a special privilege and pleasure to be there in the Market Center along with future Red Raider graduates, their families and friends on this occasion. But the circumstances that we're dealing with should never detract from your pride and sense of accomplishment. But I also want to remind you, keep your eye on the big prize, and that's the degree you'll receive in the very near future. Your ring is a symbol of your academic progress, but it's also a statement about the very special family you're a part of, and that's the Texas Tech Red Raider family. That family will be a great resource to you for the rest of your life. It will represent some of the best friends you'll ever have. You'll take many wonderful memories from this campus, and the ring will remind you of those friends and those memories. Engraved in the ring are the words, "Strive for honor." Live your life according to that motto, and I know you'll add to the legacy that is part of this great university. So congratulations, and I look forward to seeing you at graduation.
And now Chris Need with the association will read the names of all the ring recipients, and Todd Chambers, the Associate Dean in the College of Media and Communications, will share a few words and take you on a journey, a walk around your ring.
Garrett Abil, Lano, Benjamin Achilles, Austin, Marcos Acosta, Dallas, Alexander Adams, Cedar Park, Hannah Agner, Sugarland, Vanessa Aguilar, Sudan, Ruby Aguirre, San Angelo, Caitlin Albrecht, New Braunfels, Brandon Alcocer, San Antonio, Amy Aldana, Lubbock, Taylor Alexander, Lubbock, Lauren Allen, Lubbock, Felicia Alvarado, El Paso, Alyssa Emerson, Lubbock, Hayden Amrine, Lubbock, Dawson Anderley, Lindsay, Colin Anderson, Flower Mound, Siona Anderson, Corinth, Barbara Andrade, Brownsville, Courtney Andrews, Aledo, Dylan Anselmi, Lubbock, Alexander Antoniou, Houston, Andrew Anugwam, Garland, Casey Archer, Lubbock, Jackson Adedondo, Dallas, Alejandra Arriaga, Eagle Pass, Michael Arzola, Selma, Ryan Atkinson, Plano, Wanda Arini, Sugarland, Aiden Avila, Lubbock, Amanda Axelrod, Montgomery, Randall Bagwell, Bullard, Benjamin Baker, Missouri City, Carter Ball, Grapevine, Julian Banuelos, Slayton, Hadika Basit, Islamabad, Pakistan, Brody Beam, Sanger, Brian Befumo, Plano, Timothy Bell, Allen, Georgina Benavidez, Fort Stockton, Lucy Benning, El Paso, Brianna Bernal, El Paso, Rolando Bernal, Carrollton, Bradley Besner, Lubbock, Ryan Billman, Dallas, Jonathan Berth, Tupelo, Mississippi, Lindsay Bishop, Childress, Sarah Blackshear, Houston, Trevor Blagrave, Ackerley, Matthew Blaylock, Quitman, Brock Babura, Frisco, Daniel Beam, Sugarland, Travis Bolts, Black Mountain, North Carolina, Brandon Bonham, San Antonio, William Bonham, Weatherford, Samuel Bonzer, Lubbock, Mackenzie Bordelon, Grand Prairie, Khalil Borowski, Midland, Carlos Boto, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Amanda Bowman, Lubbock, Deborah Boyd, Hamlin, Gunnar Bradley, Lubbock, Tyler Bradley, San Antonio, Troy Bradshaw, Mineral Wells, Michael Breton, Sugarland, Jessica Brewer, Louisville, Emily Broadbeck, Lubbock, Carson Brown, Panhandle, Jeremy Brown, Dallas. Kobe Bryant, Graham. Keelan Buchanan, Lubbock. Zyler Buchanan, Lubbock. Barrett Buck, Grapevine. Chance Burleson, Richmond. Emma Burleson, Houston. Jacob Burns, Rockwall. Matthew Burns, Addison. Michaela Burris, North Richland Hills. Lauren Burrow, Lubbock. Jessica Butler, Plano. Blake Byrne, Fort Worth. Marty Caballero, Houston. Emmanuel Cabrera, Snyder. Daniela Calderon, Del Rio. Sydney Callahan, Midlothian. Janika Camonforte, Lubbock. Madison Campbell, New Braunfels. Tabitha Campos, San Antonio. Patrick Canavan, Rockwall. Elena Capili, Lubbock. Joseph Carbajal, Lubbock. Lauren Carey, San Antonio. Israel Carejo, El Paso. Phoenix Carrillo, Lubbock. Callum Carroll, Heath. Cooper Carter, Weatherford. Stephen Casasa, Highland Village. Jacqueline Castanen, Perryton. Carlos Castillo, Dallas. Brock Catchpool, Round Rock. Joshua Cavazos, Round Rock. Connor Chambers, Henrietta. Jacob Chastain, Southlake. Cesar Chavez, New Caney. Immer Chavez, Dallas. Pablo Chavaria, Laredo. Hadley Choate, Idalou. Michael Cody, League City. Cassidy Coker, Abilene. Nicholas Calderon, Idalou. Davis Cole, Mansfield. Tristan Colquitt, Lubbock. Timothy Camparetto, Tuscola. Christopher Campion, Georgetown. Cash Condor, Claremore, Oklahoma. Braden Cook, Rowlett. Drew Cook, El Paso. Colin Cooksey, Austin. Catherine Cooper, Austin. Braxton Coor, Gale. Veronica Cora Castillo, Arroyo, Puerto Rico. Adam Corbett, Midland. Austin Corbett, Conroe. Taylor Cordova, Humble. Nathan Craig, Keller. William Cruz, Dallas. Christopher Crouch, Levelland. Brianna Cruz, Lubbock. Eric Cruz, Lubbock. Joe Cruz, Lubbock. Olivia Cruz, Houston. Julia Cuevas Guerra, Edinburgh. Spencer Cullen, Lubbock. Seth Cummings, Pflugerville. Jacob Cummins, Childress. Cade Curry, Lubbock. Haley Daniel, Lubbock. Eric Daniels, Plano. Demi Davenport, McKinney. Destiny Davidson, College Station. Pierce Davies, Flower Mound. Haile Davis, Junction. Justin Dawsey, Van Alstyne. Diana De Jesus, Houston. Aaron De La Cruz, El Paso. Samuel De Leon, McKinney. Ingrid De Santiago, Plainview. Tyler Deary, Forney. Gabriela Delgado, Lubbock. Kevin DeRoziers, Lubbock. Amy Detweiler, Childress. Tucker Deviney, Lucas. Sydney DeWolf, Plano. Jaime Diaz, Lubbock. Dana Dinkins, Lubbock. Travis Doak, Prosper. Harley Dominguez, Lubbock. Marvin Dominguez, El Paso. Matthew Dossie, Longview. Caleb Douglas, Midland. Tunai Dotrelipont, Austin. James Dujanovic, League City. Shelton Dunn, Lubbock. Michaela Durst, Mason. Morgan Dworshak, Leonard. Rebecca Dyer, Grand Prairie. Joshua Easley, Bonham. Aaron Edmondson, Pasadena. William Edwards, Houston. Jace Eggenbacher, Lubbock. Michael Eganyu, Irving. Blake Eller, Austin. Jake Elliott, Belton. Jeffrey Elliott, Levelland. Jacob Ellsworth, Spring Branch. Davion Enders Jones, Azle. Caitlin Enright, Corpus Christi. Noah Enriquez, Cedar Park. Tristan Escarino, Kerrville. Brady Escobar, Midlothian. Annalise Espinosa, Sweetwater. Maha Estil, Angleton. Nathan Uri, Spring Branch. Craig Ewald, Lubbock. Amanda Faulkner, Portland, Oregon. Grace Ferguson, Weatherford. Rusty Fisher, Ballinger. Megan Fisher, Lubbock. Brian Fisk, Lubbock. Kelly Fleming, Anton. Daisy Flores, Lubbock. Luke Flores, Grand Prairie. Travis Forster, Chandler, Arizona. Mamie Fofana, Richmond. Taylor Four, Wall. Kristen Fox, Schulenburg. Zachary Francis, Fort Worth. Luis Miguel Franco, Lubbock. Alyssa Fry, Bridgeport. Peggy Fry, Schulenburg. Armando Fuerte, Killeen. Lindsay Galarza, El Paso. Erica Galindo, DeSoto. Jessica Gallardo, Walnut, California. Maria Garcia, San Antonio. Mason Garner, Cypress. Kayla Garza, Houston. Mackenzie Garza, Needville. Sierra Garza, Brownfield. John Garza Jr., Deer Park. Emma Gast, Mineral Wells. Elizabeth Gillen, Colleyville. Grayson Gilliam, League City. Katie Gilmore, Killeen. Preston Gilmore, Lubbock. Ashley Gidon, Richmond. David Glosky, Flower Mound. Amy Gomez, The Woodlands. Alyssa Gonzalez, Midland. Gracie Gonzalez, San Angelo. Juan Gonzalez, Austin. Juan Gonzalez, Lubbock. Rocio Gonzalez, Houston. Sabrina Gonzalez, San Antonio. Sasha Gonzalez, Plainview. Xander Goodwin, White Oak. Madeline Gorell, Conroe. Bailey Gray, Manville. Angela Green, Allen. Rosario Guajardo, Dallas. Gabriela Guerra, Tomball. Tiffany Guerra, San Antonio. Brittany Gwill, Mineral Wells. Utku Gulbalak, Lubbock. Jake Gumbert, Richardson. Austin Gunnarsson, Salina. Max Gus, Waxahachie. Alexandra Gutierrez, Lubbock. Andrea Gutierrez Irizarry, McKinney. Alyssa Guzman, Saxe. Kevin Guzman, Lubbock. Kaylee Guzman, Slayton. Matthew Hafner, Lumberton. Summer Hall, Sonora. Hunter Hampton, Garland. Hunter Hansen, Lorena. Elizabeth Haratzis, Fort Worth. Christian Harkins, Austin. Kristen Harkins, Austin. Tyler Harmonson, Jacksboro. Andrew Harris, Round Rock. Tyler Harris, Wiley. John Harris, Rock Springs. Dakota Hart, Lubbock. Elizabeth Hart, Houston. Dexter Harvey, Crane. James Harvey, Austin. Emily Haas, Weimar. Dustin Hawes, Rio Medina. Crew Hayes, Mesquite. Ansley Hayward, Lubbock. Jade Heger, Missouri City. Cameron Heckert, Denver, Colorado. Andrew Hemphill, Plano. Madison Hendricks, Dallas. Alonso Hernandez, Dumas. Aurelis Hernandez, Rowlett. Maritza Hernandez, Houston. Valerie Hernandez, El Paso. Vanessa Hernandez, Houston. Gabriel Hernandez Jr., Alpine. Alyssa Herrera, Ennis. Tyler Hilliard, Snyder. Jacob Hillman, The Woodlands. Isabel Hilton, Plano. Macy Hitt, Kaufman. Jackson Holting, Tulia. Kaylee Hoffman, Lubbock. Matthew Holcomb, Louisville. Emily Holder, Lubbock. Hannah Holder, Pearland. Nathan Holtman, Ropesville. Senate Horton, Bernie. Elizabeth Howe, Fort Worth. Sarah Huerta, Lubbock. Victor Holsey II, Temple. Hope Hunnicky, Waxahachie. Randa Brooke Hunter, Troop. Brendan Hudson, Spring. Gabriela Itutia, Beeville. Jacob Irvin, Hyco. Justin Irvin, Lubbock. Connor Irvine, Lubbock. Morgan Jackson, Lubbock. Blake Jacobs, Mansfield. Shelby James, Flower Mound. Austin Jaskiel, Farmersville. Bailey J, Bernie. Sydney Jeffrey, Lubbock. Stephen Jimenez, Spring Branch. Brad Johnson, Lubbock. Brooke Johnson, Grandview. Jada Johnson, Ennis. Jake Johnson, Lubbock. Kevin Johnson, Lubbock. Sarah Johnson, Lubbock. Story Johnson, Haslett. Ty Johnson, Pearland. Rachel Jones, Hurst. Ryan Jones, Capel. Samuel Jubert, Lafayette, Louisiana. Sam Judd, Dallas. Taylor Carmazin, Lubbock. Brianne Katona, Cypress. Jacob Kennedy, Cleburne. Matthew Kim, Austin. Neil Kim, Grand Prairie. Heather King, Georgetown. Taylor King, New Braunfels. Caitlin Capon, San Antonio. Taylor Kohler, Abilene. Darren Kotzer, Edinburgh. Autumn Kuntz, San Antonio. Derek Lamb, Lubbock. Jennifer Landaverdi, Van. Elizabeth Lane, Marble Falls. Miles Langerman, McGregor. Kelsey Lansford, Fredericksburg. Hector Larazabal, Lubbock. Leslie Latour, McKinney. Kaylee Lawson, Spring Branch. Sonny Lazo, Grand Prairie. Angela Lee, Flower Mound. Dylan Lee, Midland. Swayze Lee, Brownfield. Aspen Leonard, Benbrook. Daphne Leonard, Haskell. Austin Leos, Lubbock. Jake Letcher, San Angelo. Patrick Lewis, Aledo. Ryan Lewis, Odessa. Richard Liscano, Houston. Jarrett Locklear, Alvord. Angelica Loera Vasquez, Lubbock. Joe Logu, Lubbock. Alexis Lopez, Dallas. Gracia Lopez, Austin. John Lopez, Lubbock. Mia Lopez, Alice. Daniel Loredo, Bonham. Kenneth Love, Midland. Sydney Lothar, Pearland. Alexander Lozano, Terrell. Javier Luna, Dallas. Luke Lyles, Pasadena. Heriberto Macedo, Lubbock. Megan Macero, McKinney. Fernando Malaver, The Woodlands. Sarah Mansfield, Lubbock. Pablo Marin, Early. Isaiah Marquez, Kermit. Crystal Marufo, Lubbock. George Martinez, Kaufman. Kevin Martinez, Carlsbad, New Mexico. Megan Martinez, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Oscar Martinez, Lubbock. Pedro Martinez, El Paso. Robert Martinez, Abilene. Roman Martinez, Hearst. Stephanie Martinez, Lubbock. Anna Massey, Highland Village. Gloria Matheson, Lubbock. Davis Machek, Rowena. Matney May, Baytown. Caitlin Mays, Dripping Springs. Garrett Mbaku, Frisco. Megan McAlinden, Austin. Kyle MacArthur, San Antonio. Colin McBride, Paradise. Claire McCash, Bulverde. Harris McConnell, Austin. Marshall McCormick, Bulverde. Heather McDaniel, San Antonio. Jacob McGee, Lubbock. Caitlin McKinney, Lubbock. Royce McQueen, Lake Dallas. Madison Meacham, Graham. Rebecca Meadows, League City. Alexa Medina, Breckenridge. Judith Medina Diaz, San Antonio. Mason Meffert, San Antonio. Jet Meisinger, Austin. Oscar Melendez, Dumas. Eric Mendez, Andrews. James Gerardo Mendez, Dallas. Michael Mendias, Fort Worth. Cesar Mendoza, Houston. Daniel Mendoza, Aledo. Edith Mendoza, Dallas. Jairo Mendoza, Amarillo. Stephen Mendoza, Bernie. Destiny Mercado, Lubbock. Jalen Mishak, Dallas. Ethan Mickna, Indian Land, South Carolina. Austin Miller, New Braunfels. Morgan Miller, LaPorte. Morgan Miller, Hotchkiss, Colorado. Jeffrey Mills, Wiley. Victoria Morales, San Antonio. Casey Andrew Mitchell, Rockwall. Marshall Mixon, Frisco. Gabrielle Molina, Lubbock. Sergio Molinar, Alpine. Jessica Monreal, Dallas. Yvette Montalongo, Houston. Travis Mooney, Euless. Madeline Moore, Crosby. Briella Morales, Pearsall. Isaac Morales, Fort Worth. Jarrett Moran, Spring. Dominic Moreno, San Antonio. Jonathan Moreno, Houston. Rosa Moreno, Lubbock. Shelby Morgan, Grand Prairie. Andrew Moss, Sugarland. Andy Mota, San Antonio. Garrett Mowry, Rockwall. Ruben Moya, Meadow. Alex Mullen, Eagle River, Alaska. Nancy Munoz, Levelland. Joseph Murphy, Plano. Timothy Murray, Brownwood. Shihayar Murtaza, Katy. Casey Mushinsky, Richmond. Michael Nanez, Odessa. Isabel Napolitano, Cibolo. Ryan Neal, Hobbs, New Mexico. Kayla Wynn, Midland. Kyle Nichols, Orange. Sam Nicholson, Wiley. Zachary Nolan, Santa Fe. McKenna Nolan, Arlington. Cody Norville, Holland. Amelia Nutt, Highland Ranch, Colorado. Oria Nutter, Lubbock. Landon O'Connor, Edna. Kate O'Malley, Richardson. Caleb O'Neill, Forney. Alex Odell, Brush, Colorado. Kaylin Odom, Frisco. Aaron Oliver, Houston. Mia Oliver, Lubbock. Julio Olvera Lopez, Mansfield. Manuel Ortiz, El Campo. Maria Ortiz, San Saba. Emily Ostermeyer, Pearland. Bryn Owen, Canyon. David Palmore, Sherman. Micah Palomo, San Antonio. Gilbert Pape, Mason. Chase Parrish, Haslett. Mary Parker, San Antonio. Gray Parochniak, Austin. Harish Parvatham, Sugarland. Megan Patson, Fort Worth. Brendan Payton, Houston. Julie Paul, Lubbock. Emily Peak, Midland. Erica Pena, Lubbock. Zyra Pena, Plano. Reese Pinnell, Georgetown. Abby Pennington, Luling. Christopher Perez, Lubbock. Claudia Perez, Lubbock. Wally Perez, Natalia. Anastasio Perez, Big Lake. Megan Perry, New Braunfels. Valerie Perryman, Lubbock. Ethan Peterson, McKinney. Devin Phillips, Fairview. Emily Phillips Frazier, Waco. James Pearson, Richmond. Joanna Pena Lopez, Dallas. Aracel Pineda, Lubbock. Jacob Pittman, Garland. Melissa Placencio, Plainview. Mallory Plate, Round Rock. William Plunk, Rockwall. Andrew Preston, Midland. Austin Price, Cleburne. Garrett Proctor, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Catherine Polk, Double Oak. Allison Rader, Austin. Elizabeth Rouse, The Woodlands. Amanda Rainwater, El Paso. Alejandro Ramirez, Andrews. Marina Ramirez, Lubbock. Sofia Ramirez, Grapevine. Victoria Ramirez, San Antonio. Edgar Ramos, Borger. Hunter Rager, Burnett. Emily Reed, The Woodlands. Savannah Reeves, The Woodlands. Ariana Reed, Lubbock. Elias Reyes, Fair Oaks Ranch. Catherine Reyes, Houston. Logan Reyes, San Antonio. Michaela Reyes, Corpus Christi. Samuel Reyes, Fair Oaks Ranch. Eduardo Reyna, Abilene. Marquita Rhodes, Lubbock. Gavin Ricks, Lubbock. Jay Riggs, Lubbock. Adrian Rios, Plainview. David Rios, Garland. Brenda Rivera, Odessa. David Rivero, Wolforth. Nicholas Rizzo, Houston. Jill Robb, Littleton, Colorado. Andrew Roberts, Amarillo. Kirsten Robertson, Porter. Miriam Robledo, Amarillo. Jewel Robles, Waxahachie. Alondra Rocha, Dimmitt. Selina Rodriguez, Hearst. Ivan Rodriguez, Houston. Jasmine Rodriguez, Lubbock. Marco Rodriguez, Lubbock. Roxanne Rodriguez, Lubbock. Selena Rodriguez, Dallas. Jonathan Rogers, Lubbock. Andrew Romero, Mansfield. Marcos Romero, Venus. Vidal Rosa, Midlothian. Eric Rosales, Dallas. Jennifer Rosell, Crowley. J.C. Ross, Kenai, Alaska. Madeline Rossi, Plainview. Brian Rothschild, Cedar Park. Aaliyah Rubio, Robstown. Stephanie Ruiz, Houston. Cameron Ruiz, Castroville. Sienna Ruiz, Oxnard, California. Stephanie Ruiz, Eagle Pass. Cameron Russell, Waco. Carson Russell, Needville. Shelby Rutherford, Oak Point. Annie Satoff, San Antonio. Alexia Sines, Grapevine. Natalie Salas, Mico. Carlos Salazar, Tyler. Kristen Salazar, Mesquite. Sophia Salazar Morales, Lubbock. Luis Salinas, Edinburgh. Dakota Saul, New Braunfels. Annabelle Sally, Houston. Gabrielle Sam, Houston. Ashley Sanchez, Arlington. Dustin Sanchez, Robstown. Lisbeth Sanchez, Houston. Gerardo Sanchez Ochoa, Dallas. Landon Sanders, Lubbock. Ronald Sandusky, San Antonio. Tristan Sangster, Cypress. Anna Santana, Round Rock. Heron Skates, Snyder. Keegan Sheridan, Lubbock. Casey Schertz, Lubbock. Jonathan Schleif, Houston. Kyle Schmidt, The Woodlands. Madison Schumacher, Greenfield, Ohio. Case Scott, Houston. Christopher Seaton, Salado. Angel Segura, Lubbock. Ryan Shetter, Friendswood. Keith Shoemake, Spring Branch. Justin Shoemaker, Magnolia. Madeline Semang, Victoria. Jamie Simmons, Willis. Sabrina Simpson, Carrollton. Megan Sittner, Lampasas. William Sklinka, Houston. Angela Smetana, San Angelo. Derek Smith, Scurry. Jonathan Smith, Whitewright. Kirsten Smith, Corsicana. Michaela Smith, Forney. Olivia Smith, Katie. Madison Snell, Leander. Edwin Sobavaro, Midland. Samuel Summer, Bulverde. Amber Sons, White Deer. Matthew Sost, Georgetown. Cade Spooner, Weatherford. Hannah Shriram, Lubbock. Hunter Stabino, Austin. Brandon Stanton, Plano. Robert Stevens, San Antonio. David Stewart, Denton. Jalen Stewart, Bigfoot. Monica Stinson, Nashville, Tennessee. Caitlin Stockhorst, San Antonio. Claire Stokes, Abilene. Abby Stone, Midland. Lauren Stovall, Leander. Blakely Strophus, Dalhart. Brenton Strophus, Dalhart, Brooklyn Strophus, Dalhart, Jake Strange, Bernie, Carter Strawn, Perryton, Hannah Streetmatter, Magnolia, Braden Stringer, Hockley, Saeed Suleiman, Lubbock, Hannah Sullivan, Bernie, Sean Zaltscher, Katie, Madison Toffolo, Texarkana, Brittany Taylor, Amarillo, Daniela Taylor, Montgomery, Holden Taylor, Southlake, Melissa Tejeda, Houston, Angelica Tejeda Webb, Richardson, Maria Termini, Lubbock, Jacob Terry, Leonard, Fulsey Theophil, Houston, Ryan Thornburg, Forney, Brian Toe, Allen, Jared Tomsu, Dripping Springs, Taos Trees, Mountain Home, Brittany Truitt, Frisco, Ashlyn Tucker, Santo, Brooke Tucker, Conroe, Bailey Turk, Little River Academy, Emory Underwood, Sterling, Colorado, Jonathan Valdez, El Paso, Anna Valacios, Lubbock, Miguel Valencia, Lubbock, Caitlin Van Voren, Louisville, Faith Vandenberg, Austin, Benjamin Varner, Pearland, Brianna Vasquez, Andrews, Paula Vasquez, Houston, Dylan Vaughn, Lubbock, Talia Vasquez, San Marcos, Gloria Venegas, Seguin, Alex Vidro, Comfort, Hayden Vilforti, Dallas, Daniela Villegas, Manor, Rosa Viescas Cuellar, Kyle, Nicholas Vivanco, Houston, Alexis Wagoner, Pearland, Ryan Waldrop, Trophy Club, Jonathan Walker, Frisco, Mason Walker, Houston, Daniel Wall, Dallas, Kayla Wallace, LaGrange, Cooper Wallace, Alito, Megan Wandell, Louisville, Emerald Ward, Sandy, Utah, Ariana Ware, Henderson, Sutton Warner, Bernie, Alexis Washington, Lubbock, Luke Watson, Midland, Macy Webb, Concan, Ryan Weitzel, Santa Rosa, California, Grace Wenzel, New Braunfels, Swade West, Snyder, Cherub Whittington, Pampa, Hannah Wilbanks, Cristobal, Matthew Williman, San Antonio, Rachel Willenborg, Pearland, Kerrigan Williams, Denver City, Cretia Williams, Richardson,
Blake Wills, Groover,
Jacob Wilson, Lubbock, Cassidy Wilson, Palacios, Brayer Winder, Denton, Edgar Wyndham, Texas City, Thomas Wintermute, Corpus Christi, Avery Whisker, Wiley, Leisha Womble, Lubbock, Emma Wood, San Antonio, Joshua Woodard, New Deal, Brenda Woolley, Lubbock, Ted Yaney, Katy, Evan Yount, Jacksonville, Ross Zounce, Hondo, Chin Zhang, Lubbock, Alexandra Zimmerman, Katie, Ryan Zink, Lubbock, Mallory Zinzer, Frisco, Mark Zwick, Kingwood.
Congratulations, ring recipients. It's been my honor and pleasure to read your names for you. And now, Todd Chambers will take you on a tour of the ring.
Hi, my name is Todd Chambers, and I serve as Associate Dean for Undergraduate Affairs in the College of Media and Communication here at Texas Tech University. It is my pleasure, it's my privilege to welcome you to this virtual ring ceremony for Texas Tech University. You know, your ring represents a very significant achievement in your academic career. And I want to congratulate each and every one of you on this significant accomplishment in your life. You know, I came to Texas Tech in 1984, and I was a journalism major. I had grown up on a farm outside of Wellman, Texas. Went to school in Brownfield, Texas, which is just down the road here. And I always kind of grew up in the shadow of the double T. And I knew I was going to come to school here, but I came from a family, but neither my mom or dad actually went to college. My mom actually spent a semester at a different university, but then she came home and my mom and dad just raised a family. They always encouraged me to go get a college degree though. And so in 1984, I arrived at Texas Tech University where I became a journalism major. I graduated in 1988, and I'll never forget my parents asking me, well, would you like a class ring? And I said, nah, we didn't have a ring ceremony at the time. So it wasn't, I was like, no, don't worry about it. I don't want a ring. I regret that decision. But I'm telling you what, my grandfather was a Texas Tech graduate from 1971. And one of my prized possessions is something that I'm holding with me right now. It's his class ring from 1971 of this great university. And today, what I want to do is I want you to take out your prized possession, one that you're always going to have with you, one that you'll never regret not having. And I want to take you on an imaginary journey through campus. I want to take you through your time here at this magnificent university. And we're going to go over some of the symbolic icons that are on here. And we're going to take a look at it over the next few minutes.
Look with me now at the top of your ring. Whether you have a traditional ring or a signet ring, the iconic double T sits prominently on top. There is no other symbol more associated with Texas Tech than the double T. Although no one has ever claimed credit for the design, historic documents date the first appearance to 1926 when it showed up on some sweaters made for the football team. The double T represents the foundation of our university as Texas Technological College, as well as the university we have grown to become. Inscribed around the raised double T is our official name, Texas Tech University, with two separate stars, and the date of founding, 1923. It was then when the Texas legislature decided that, rather than a branch campus of Texas A&M University, an entirely new university would better serve the needs of the West Texas region. On February 10, 1923, Texas Governor Pat Neff signed the legislation creating Texas Technological College. And in July of that year, a committee began searching for a location for the school. When the members of the committee visited Lubbock, they were overwhelmed to find residents lining the streets to show support for the idea of hosting the institution. That August, Lubbock was chosen on the first ballot over other area towns, including Floydada, Plainview, and Sweetwater. As you turn your rings to the left, our journey around campus begins. Picture yourself now standing at the Broadway entrance to campus. Directly in front of you sits the large granite university seal designed in 1924 by campus master planner William Ward Watkin, the same seal that you find engraved on your ring. This seal first appeared on Texas Tech diplomas in 1948, but was not officially approved as the seal of Texas Tech University until 1953. Let's examine it up close. President Horn, who was truly a visionary when it came to our foundation in early years, selected 5 symbols inside the seal that he believed were the 5 great institutions of a democracy. In the upper left quadrant of the shield is a book representing church. In the lower left quadrant is a key symbolizing home. In the upper right quadrant is the star, the symbol for state. And in the lower right quadrant is the lamp of learning, representing school. These elements are separated by 10 cotton bolls, representing industry, as well as Lubbock and its surrounding 9 cotton-producing counties. Sitting atop is an American eagle, our national bird. The shield is surrounded by the inscription, Texas Tech University, Lubbock. Walk with me now down the Amon G. Carter Plaza, past the fountains, past where the Christmas tree sits during the Carol of Lights, past the statue of Will Rogers and Soap Suds, wrapped in red on game days, and into the center of campus to Memorial Circle. As you turn your rings to the right, imagine turning physically to the right to look to the north. What do you see? What do you see right down there near the engineering key? Just past it. In the distance, you see Jones AT&T Stadium. Think back with me to the excitement of attending your very first Texas Tech football game. Do you remember the first time you saw the masked rider lead the team out onto the field? It doesn't matter how many times you see it, it is still one of the most dramatic entrances for college football. On the right side of your ring, you will see an image of this beloved mascot. That symbol is no stranger to you, but perhaps you aren't aware of its history. In 1936, the same year that Arch Lamb founded the Saddle Tramps as a male spirit organization, a ghost rider appeared at the beginning of a home football game with the Arizona State Lumberjacks. Resplendent in a scarlet and black cape and mask, the rider circled the field at the start of the game on a palomino and then galloped off to the amazement of the crowd. It wasn't until 1954, in Tech's appearance in the Gator Bowl, that Joe Kirk Fulton, with red cape and mask, rode a borrowed black horse into the Gator Bowl stadium to the utter astonishment of the crowd. The football team was evidently inspired by this masked rider as Tech went on to pummel Auburn 35-13. And so the tradition was fixed. To this day, Texas Tech retains the scarlet and black caped masked rider on a black horse. Using your imaginations, turn with me now to face the administration building. One of the first structures built on campus more than 9 decades ago, the building was architecturally designed in the Spanish Renaissance style with ornate carvings, archways, and its Spanish-styled roof. One of the main features of this building is its twin bell towers. The one on the west that houses the carillon bells that you hear ringing out musical melodies, and the one on the east that houses the 2 victory bells. If you look behind the masked rider on your ring, you will see the engraving of the East Bell Tower. The victory bells, which together weigh 1,200 pounds, were first rung in 1936 after a win over TCU. The Saddle Tramps and High Riders, part of our campus spirit organizations, ring the victory bells after athletic wins and momentous occasions. Yep, just like this ring ceremony. Look with me now to the inside of your rings. There you will find the words, "Strive for Honor." This inscription is from the Matador song and serves as a charge to every Texas Tech graduate to excel with integrity in all endeavors. Below that, you will find your personalized inscription that is unique only to your ring. This inscription is your identifier. If your ring is ever lost, the honest finder can return it to you by contacting the Alumni Association or the Balfour Company. So to the bottom of the ring, it's very easy here. Double T's tied with a decorative band.
So now that we've taken a geographical and historical tour around the ring, my hope is that it's even more meaningful to you now that you understand the stories behind the symbols that appear on this ring. This ring really does encapsulate what it means to be at Texas Tech University, and it's going to forever serve as a reminder to you about what being a Red Raider really means. It's also, of course, a sign to others about the pride you have in your alma mater. So as you travel around Lubbock, across the state, in the region, in the country, internationally, make sure that you wear this ring proudly and make sure that you bear your banners. All right, it's time now to put this ring back on. Remember, the double T's face you until graduation day. And President Skuvanik, and by the way, I don't know if you, I hope you understand this, that President Skuvanik wears a Texas Tech ring. He's going to tell you to take it off and turn it around so the double T's face outward. Congratulations, Red Raiders. You are one of us.
As you know, your Alumni Association operates here at the McKenzie Merckett Alumni Center, which is your home away from home, as well as the newly expanded Frazier Alumni Pavilion by the stadium. Your ring includes membership in the Alumni Association, and we're so glad to have you as part of our family. I hope you will take the opportunity to come by the Alumni Center whenever you're back on campus, or come into the pavilion on game day, as this again is your home away from home and you are our family. We are proud of you. Thanks again for your support of Texas Tech University and your participation in this wonderful ring tradition.